What's up, everybody? This is aMAYSingMetalWorks, and I'm Juby. This is Aaron. We're at the installation center. This is where you drop your car off and we build your dreams. So in this video, I'm going to show you 2 ways to have your car brought in, talk about a third way and possibly other options. And I'm also going to show you 2 cars with 2 different scenarios and talk about what needs to be off of your car and what needs to be on your car. So we're gonna head to the back shop and we're gonna handle that right now. So if you have booked a spot for us to build a car for you, we give you a list of instructions on how your car should come. So we figured we would make a video explaining that. I have 2 Camaros here because I just happen to have 2 Camaros here, and both of them are 2 different setups on how to have your car brought to us. This one has the subframe under it and the rear end. All the linkage, steering stuff, gas lines, all that have been removed. It needs to have all of it removed. You could probably go ahead and break loose the bolts and then retighten them to make sure they're going to come off, because if we do it and it don't come off, chances are it might get messed up. Not really, but same with the back. Go ahead and break the shackles loose, re-bolt it back up, get it all to where we don't have to spend a lot of time, because time is money, and if we're back here fighting with it, you get charged more money. So if it just easily comes loose, that's going to be less money out of your pocket. This one has the subframe under it, rear end under it. This car is near about perfect in how it came in. Same with this car. This car is on a body cart. This is one of the best rolling carts that I've had come in. I've had several cars come in them, but on these, when you bring it, make sure that you have the pins in it, because these little turn things, they don't really work well, or at least make sure your car's strapped, because they will come off, especially if you're hauling it here, sitting on this. So this car is about the same as this one. I'm going to talk about this one and go over it. This is a 67, 8, 7. This is a 67. So this car, when you bring your car, make sure that everything is unbolted off of it, that there is nothing bolted on the car, no screws, trim clips, anything like that that could possibly get lost or damaged by someone taking them apart. We don't make it a habit of tearing the stuff out or breaking anything, but things happen, and I would rather it happen to you and not us, so we don't get blamed for it. This car here, like I said, was almost perfect at the way it was brought in. It's a typical, this is usually it, and it still has this piece in here. Aaron can see from over there. This headliner clip is still in on both sides and up here. Now, I know it's hard to get these out, and it's going to be easy for us, especially knowing that the quarter's going to come off of this car and the roof's going to come off. So when the roof comes off, we'll just tap those out with a punch, and we'll put them in a box. Your car will have a cart with your parts that you bring in. Also, if we go pick up the parts for the car, if you've ordered them through us, or if they come in, they go with that car in their stall with your quarter panels, and you'll have a box with your car number on it, and all your parts will go in there. So all those little clips, all that stuff, we will try to save. Like I say, might have one missing, and then you get it home and we took them all out, all that were there. There was already one missing. You call us and say that my car's missing one, and we try to argue the fact that it was not there. It's better if you just take it off. But if you ain't worried about it and it comes in, we're gonna take it off.
We try to save it, but
Yes.
we are not. We do not take responsibility for any bolt-on items.
Stuff. So when you bring it, I didn't even bring a screwdriver.
Oh my goodness.
But, that one's probably not going to reach. Let's see if it will or not, and it won't. I might can get it from right here through the back. So when your car comes, everything's unbolted except for if you have a deck lid. We need the deck lid bolts, and we need the striker plate, and the latch. The reason we need these with the bolts is because we like to put the deck lids and the doors on so that we can test and make sure that your striker's working, make sure that your lines are where they need to be, and then when you come pick your car up, it has the deck lid already mounted on it, the striker in it. It'll haul better. You ain't got to worry about it flying up, and it just gives you all around better car. Some of the cars we do have these latches and stuff ourselves that we can test with, but it's just better if you bring yours. So you'll need the latch with the 3 bolts. You need the 4 deck lid bolts, preferably a deck lid, whatever deck lid you're going to use. If you're getting a new deck lid, then don't worry about it, the old deck lid, because we want to fit the car with the deck lid that you're going to have on the vehicle to minimize body work. You also need to make sure that your doors are on, the door bolts are in, and your latch is in. So we have the latch in here. It don't matter about this, the handle piece up there, or any of the other stuff. Just basically make sure you have the latch in here and you have the striker pin, so that we can put the doors on, fit them, and make sure that the door is shutting and closing properly.
If you're getting a new door shell and your old door shell comes in with all of this stuff still attached, we don't take that out. We just send the entire door back with you.
Yeah, so we don't put this stuff in the new door shell. We will put the latch in there, and we'll put the other stuff in the box, but we will put the latch in there and try it, or either we'll leave the latch in your door and we will put our latch in, shut it. Preferably we'll put your latch in so that when your car leaves your door, when you pick it up, you can look at the gap and your door will shut and lock, and it'll be there for traveling. The only thing that I say is wrong with this car coming in is, besides these little pieces here that are usually in, this drip rail piece. This drip rail piece here is actually a bolt-on part, and we don't need it. If it comes in, it's fine. Generally, every one of them comes in with this on, because a lot of people do not know that this piece is removable. They make aftermarket ones, so you can buy new ones, but your old ones need to come off, and it needs to get cleaned behind it. In case there's rust behind there, we can check it and we can fix it. I am going to make a video. You'll be able to tune in or go on to my YouTube channel and look at the video. I'm sure that when Erin posts this on the website or emails it out to you, she will send a link of how to remove these.
I will.
So that you can do it, because if we do it, it's going to cost money, because it's going to take time. Sometimes it can take up to an hour, so that's $75 to remove 4 screws. And in the video, if you watch it, you'll see why it takes about an hour to get them off. Sometimes, because I will talk about the ins and outs of why it does. So that's how most Camaros come in, and most every cars. If you have a B body, E body, whatever you bring in, it needs to have the doors bolted, deck lid bolted, and we need the latches. Nothing else needs to be bolted on. If you have a Chevelle or any car with tail light extensions, we need the tail light extensions, because we don't have them. This is the only set. This is for 67 Chevelle. We need the tail light extensions so we can put it in the car and we can get your quarter panel to profile as good as we can, so that we don't have to or you don't have to do any major body work trying to get all of it built up with primer. We want to get it as close as we can, even though there will be primer, Bondo, body filler. There will be body filler to get this perfect after the car leaves, but we want to get it as close as possible to minimize so you ain't got a big old thick thing. Chevelles, Chargers, Road Runners, Cornettes, Satellites, stuff like that that have these kind of quarter extensions, we need these. This is the only set we have for a Charger. So, well, they actually go this way. So, we like to fit these up and get your quarter profiling with them. Any car with tail light extensions we need. I'm trying to think if there was anything else that we possibly need. I don't really think there's anything else.
So your doors with latches and striker, your deck lid with bolts and latch, your quarter extensions if your car has them, and no bolt-on items remaining on the car. So yeah, that's it. So let's tell them how to take this off, or are you doing that in a different, that's a different video.
So we're gonna do another video and I'm gonna show you how to remove those. But that's how we need your car to come in, subframe, rear end, or on a cart. You can bring it on a rotisserie, but just know that anything you bring it in on is going to get stored outside. So if you have a high dollar rotisserie, it's going to sit outside because I don't have the space to store it. If you bring your car in a Chevelle that has a full body, full frame under it, chassis, this is not customers, this is personal stuff, is why it's like this. But if you have a Chevelle with the front end, just make sure everything is undone except for your front suspension and your rear end, and make sure that you have like one bolt in one corner on each corner and the 2 bolts in the back just to hold your body on. That's all it's going to need to transport is like 4 bolts. Make sure you take all the bolts out of it so that when we get it here, all we got to do is put it up on the lift, undo them 4 bolts, pick the body off, slide the chassis outside, and then set the car down on either our table or our trailer to go to sandblast. We'll cut it down and we'll do that, and then when you come to pick your car up, we will have it sitting back on your chassis with your 4 bolts back in it, and it'll be ready to go. So I appreciate you all. I appreciate your business. Thanks for the support on the YouTube channel, and love you guys, and we look forward to building your car for you.